All right, so I normally don't talk about movies on this channel, but this is a special occasion. Because the Doctor, if you didn't know, is a pretty big Ninja Turtle fan. And the new Ninja Turtle movie came out today. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Out of the Shadows, right? Not to be confused with that crappy Activision game that came out. And, yeah. Where do I begin? Now, first of all, I'm going to try to make this as spoiler-free as possible. But honestly, if you're planning on seeing the movie, you should probably go see the movie and come back to this video and then see if you agree with what I'm saying. Because even though this won't be really containing any spoilers, I don't want to put a preconception or pre-idea in your head before you go see it for yourself. So just a warning there. But for everyone else, let's get into it. Now, the last movie got a ton of hate and got bashed to hell, and everybody was talking about how terrible a movie it was. And honestly, after you watch it for a second time, the movie isn't really half bad. Now, they did do some questionable things with the origin story and some of that stuff. A lot of stuff in the movie was suspect. Like Splinter learning ninjutsu from a book he found in the sewer, just walking around. Ninja Turtles finding out that their shells could deflect bullets. Like just some weird stuff, right? The Shredder looking like a transformer. That kind of stuff, right? But like I said, if you go back and watch the movie again, it's actually pretty decent. Now, on to this movie, the sequel, where people were hoping that this movie would be much better because when they changed directors, it's going to have Bebop, Rocksteady, Casey Jones, Baxter Stockman, and just a whole bunch of fan service, right? And I will say this. This movie, for me, proves that it doesn't matter how much fan service you throw in a movie, that's not going to automatically make it a great movie. And honestly, after watching this movie is not a great movie. It might not even be that good of a movie, to be honest. Now, first things first. When I was in the theater to watch the movie, this has nothing to do with the actual quality of the movie, but I just thought this was pretty funny. Sitting down waiting for the movie's about to start, and this lady comes in with her husband or boyfriend or whatever, and you can hear her like talking, and she's like, "Oh, yeah, honey, you sure this is the right one?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm sure." She's like, "You sure it says TMNT? We're here to see Ninja Turtles." It's like, what? Lady, have that seat. Anyway, so on to the movie. Now, like I said, this movie has a ton of fan service, a ton of references that longtime Ninja Turtle fans would get immediately. But not all of it is executed properly. Now, the story of the movie is even more convoluted than the last one. If you think you didn't understand that one, this one's all over the place. Okay. Now, Bebop and Rocksteady, if you're going to see this movie because Bebop and Rocksteady are in it, you're going to like it. I'll say it right there, because they are easily the best part of the movie. Period. Hands down. From all of their scenes, they steal every single one of them. The actors, even Seamus, it did an excellent job on this. Now, the other characters. Okay, first things first. We have Tyler Perry as Baxter Stockman. Now, I don't know if he doesn't do a terrible job. Honestly, I think he was just working with the material that they gave him, which wasn't really much. I think this was he could have just been a victim of them just trying to have too many characters in this movie, because there's points in the movie where you forget he's in the movie. It's like, oh snap, he's in this. I forgot. So I don't necessarily know if that's his fault. Now we have the dude from Arrow as Casey Jones. He sucks at Casey Jones. I'm sorry. This version of Casey Jones is doo-doo. Okay? Doo-doo. All right? Now, just like the first movie, they kind of screw with his origins, right? I'm not going to spoil it, but yeah. This ain't the same Casey Jones. This isn't the Casey Jones that you would really recognize. This is not Casey Jones. But here's the funny part, another little interesting tidbit. So rumor has it that both Sheamus and CM Punk tried out to be Rocksteady in this movie, right? And Sheamus won the role, right? But here's the part where it shows that somebody involved in this movie is kind of stupid. Now, I don't know what CM Punk was thinking trying to try out for Rocksteady, but he would have been perfect for Casey Jones. Because not only is his attitude similar to classic Casey Jones, this dude even looks like the original Casey Jones. So I don't know what this movie studio was thinking, but they definitely should have cast CM Punk as Casey Jones. I guess they were just trying to have some other bigger star as Casey Jones, but honestly, it didn't really do much for the movie. Now, some people will be glad that April and that April doesn't really have that big of a role in this movie. But honestly, her stuff that she did in the last movie wasn't that bad. They could have toned that stuff down a bit, but I saw a lot of people complain about the first movie. It says focus too much on April and not enough on the Turtles. But if you watch the original Ninja Turtles movie, which is still the best one, about a fourth or a third of the movie was about April and Danny, April's boss's son. So this is nothing new. Like they have always shared the screen with other characters, quite a bit of the screen. So that shouldn't have really been an issue. Now, moving on to Shredder. So they changed the Shredder for this movie, right? And when I first saw the change and I saw who they changed it to, I immediately thought, whoa, this is a great thing. Because they picked a younger guy, and I saw that the suit didn't look like Transformers. And it looked like they picked a younger guy in a different suit because this dude was about to get down. There was about to be some fisticuffs, some long martial arts sequences in this movie. And negative. This dude don't do nothing. So my question is, why change the actor if he ain't gonna do nothing? This dude don't do nothing. Nothing. He don't do anything. And that is one of my biggest gripes with this movie. Now, I've seen some other reviews. I think it was IGN's review, and they said this movie is better than the original in every way, and the action scenes are way better. Ha! No. Not even, no. No, not even close. Not even close. The action scenes in the first movie are way better than this movie. Way better. Even, and I'm not even just talking about the fighting. Even the CGI looks better in the first movie. Like it's just everything was better in the first movie as far as the action goes. Not even a contest. But one of my biggest gripes with this movie is this is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie. Yet, I don't remember one hand-to-hand fighting sequence in the entire film. Not one. Everything is somebody throwing something at somebody or jumping off of something or running. Run. There's no fighting. There's no actual real fighting in this movie. None. And that was and I thought the first movie was bad because I was like, man, I thought there would be like some actual, human fighting or human foot soldiers, more of them fighting, blah, blah, blah. This movie has it even worse. There's like no fighting. Go watch the movie. There's like no fight. There's no actual fighting really in this entire movie. Now, like I said, Bebop and Rocksteady still the show, but without them, the movie's mediocre, bro. And they with the story, they try to pull like some emotional heartstring, like trying to do some emotional stuff with the Ninja Turtles. Look, bro, this is the Ninja Turtles, okay? If as a little child, I didn't shed a tear when Raphael in the first movie is crying his eyes out and Splinter put his little crusty rat hand on his forehead and rub his forehead to ease his pain from crying. If I don't cry from that as a little 5, 6, 7-year-old, it ain't happening, bruh. Okay? Ninja Turtles is not supposed to be an emotional movie. Don't even try it, bruh. Just give me the action. Give me some freaking martial arts, bruh. Okay? Now, like I said, I looked at some reviews of this movie and they say it's far and away better than the original movie. No, it's not. Go back and watch this movie. Then go back and watch the original movie and you'll see what I'm saying. The original movie is better than this. It doesn't have Bebop and Rocksteady, but everything else is better. Have that seat.